Oh yeah, Disney. Speaking of live action, we got Disney talking about. Oh boy, Disney. Uh, what was that? What was it you just did?
Under the sea.
Oh, oh right, they got that whole live action Little Mermaid going on.
Yes, but
Uh, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to discuss that. Like,
okay.
Disney, can you just stop making live action movies? They're about half as interesting to look at as the CG or as the cartoons that you made before, and their writing is somehow about a quarter as interesting.
Mm. But anyway, what were you going to
Hey.
talk about with Disney? What do they do
Well,
this
I was just
time?
saying, yeah, okay. Well, I was just saying, Disney. You know, there's a thing about Disney. If you actually notice, Disney kind of started to go downhill the moment that Walt died.
I mean, yeah, but it depends on how you look at it because the Disney Renaissance happened after he died.
I mean, I don't think it was really a renaissance. I really,
That's a
really.
colloquial term. It's a catch-all term.
I mean, what was it? Let me look here. I'm just gonna look real quick at these because I believe the last one that came out before potentially during the year, like during the month that Walt Disney died, was the Gnome Mobile.
I never even heard of that one.
I seen it. It's starring those two kids that are in Mary Poppins.
Oh, I didn't even know that existed.
Well, letting you know about it now. Basically, yeah, it's literally those two kids and their grandfather, and they find gnomes in the woods, and that's pretty much it. It's like they find gnomes in the woods. They're they help them to find other gnomes, but along the like they're like driving them to a different forest to help them like migrate, I guess.
Oh god, it's one of
But
those.
along the way, they get the gnomes get kidnapped by this crazy guy that wants to put them in his crazy freak show.
He was collecting Smurfs at the time, but he got mixed up.
Yeah, but then that's pretty much it. They got to go save them. Then they bring him back to the forest. Hijinks ensue. It's over.
And this was better than the Disney Renaissance because Walt was still alive at the time.
Okay. Well, in fairness, it also had a moment where the grandfather got put into an insane asylum because he keeps trying to tell everyone that the gnomes got kidnapped.
Fair enough.
So that was a little bit, yeah, that was kind of dark, but still hilarious.
Yeah, just imagining those fucking troll things from the Frozen movies, and it's just those things instead in the plot.
Yep. Here, let me just. Okay, looks like actually. Okay. Yeah, and then oh yeah, there's also Follow Me Boys, which was rated G at the time.
Oh, so it's like the Polar Express.
Yeah, Follow Me Boys was like Follow Me Boys is a pretty good Disney movie too, but it was basically, you know, Fred McMurray, right?
Vaguely.
He was the main character. Well, he's the guy from Absent Minded Professor.
Okay.
The guy who like originally started the movie where Flubber was invented.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yep, now it's starting to click. Because everyone remembers the Robin Williams version, even though it's significantly less enjoyable for me. But
knowing about it and liking it are two different things.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah, it's basically that the movie's basically just a father adopting a kid, essentially, from what I remember.
I see.
It's just them dealing with the drama of that whole thing.
Riveting.
Yeah, that's good.
Remember, people, this is better than The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and all those classics.
At least in my opinion, it is. It was. Actually, wait, now that I think about it.
I guess some people try to go for more down. I guess some people prefer more grounded slice of
let me
life
look at
stuff.
Actually, no. I think the next animated movie that came out after the one I'm talking about was Pete's Dragon.
Ugh.
Yeah. So are we sure that we're? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not the same thing.
Well, you said after Walt died. Well, that's a good chunk of the Disney library.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff really wasn't as good after Walt died. I think he was still alive during The Lion King. Not sure.
I don't think so, because I thought Walt died in the 70s or something.
It's hard to remember, honestly.
Google is so far away.
I'm working with my basic memory rudimentary information.
Okay.
But oh yeah, you want to know something interesting about the whole like flubber thing I was bringing up earlier? Did you know that the World of Flubber with the Absent-Minded Professor and the Son of Flubber, a sequel movie, they actually share the exact same universe as the Herbie movies?
What? I watched the fuck out of those as a kid.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. The Love Bug and the Absent-Minded Professor share the exact same universe.
How? How do you know that? What, was Herbie in the background or something?
Uh,
or is it just one of those things where they said it in a brochure or something?
No, because the main character of the main villain of the Absent-Minded Professor is a guy named Alonzo Hawk.
Oh God.
I can't remember his name. I gotta look it up real quick. Let's see. Keenan Wayne. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Keenan Wayne. But yeah, basically, he was in that movie, and then we actually see the exact same guy playing the exact same character, Mr. Alonzo P. Hawk, in the sequel to the Herbie movie, to the sequel to the Love Bug, and he's like the exact same character.
That's amazing. I'm back, and I'm going after a car this time.
I'm back, and I'm going after a car. Yeah.
I love those movies as a kid. I wish they'd come back, but at this day and age, I'm okay with them stopping there. They don't need to ruin that franchise.
I mean, to be fair, in both instances, he's going after a car. In the Absent-Minded Professor, he's going after a flying car, and in Herbie, he's going after a living car.
Yes. Okay, so I've looked the thing up. Walt Disney died in 1966, and the Dark Age of Disney is 1970 to 1988. So it's like, yeah, what you just said was the accepted thing where everyone's like, it went downhill from Disney after Walt died. Yes. For a good chunk of time.
Yep, pretty much.
And what a very hot take.
I mean, it's not exactly that hot of a take, but...
As I was saying, the Dark Age of Sonic was in the mid-2000s.
Well, that's debatable.
Anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. A lot of the charm really wore off the moment that Walt died, because he was really putting all the charm into it, and the people that he had as his successors really didn't know how to keep the whole thing going.
Yeah, they tried to copy in his footsteps, and it just didn't work out because they're not Walt.
Yep, because they're not Walt, and they don't really understand any of the stuff that he's trying to convey or any of his messages. I know Walt was a little bit of a hippie, but like everyone was back then.
You're not unique. Well, then again, he was also convinced that communists would come in and take over his entire enterprise. Yeah. And little did he know, about 50 years later, not far off. But that's another thing.
Didn't like the current Disney administration, didn't they like recently thank a Chinese concentration camp or something like that?
Wouldn't shock me. Remember, almost at 100 years of Disney, and this is what we're doing.
Hey, yeah, the company's definitely gone far downhill after all these years for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. But hey, I'm sure that maybe watch.
And now they're just doing nothing with CGI. And like Daniel Hughes says, most live action stuff is just now bad. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, there are quite a few live action films that aren't bad, but those originated in live action.
Yes, the Disney Channel original. It's about time that the Disney Channel original movies are more interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, like even the Disney XD stuff, like Lab Rats, that stuff was amazing.
Yes.
But they started out as live action, so it made it more. It felt more raw. Yes.
Now imagining a Lab Rats animated series. What did that even?
Oh no, that would be terrible.
It would be terrible. We'd still watch it, but it would be terrible.
Yes, I'd still watch. Only for the only reason I watch it is for Principal Perry.
Principal Perry would not be returning in the animated series. Then why would I watch?
Yeah, it was like she was like the best part of that entire thing. And she's also the voice actress for Naruto.
Which is the thing that blows my mind every time I hear it.
Yep. I mean, like, that's the thing for voice actors. They have to.
Yeah.
They can't really get a whole lot of live action jobs, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So.
You don't see Sean Shum on a lot of live action movies, but if it's an anime dub.
Yep.
Or Chris Sabat.
ProZD.
Oh, he's the best anime actor. What are you talking about?
He is by far. He was one of the best because he. I love his video where he's like, where he's like my voice, and it's like, his very very demonic sounding voice.
Yes, King Dragon, whatever.
My face. It's like I can't. He's like talking like a complete nerd.
I think he had his own Netflix series for a while, and even in a Yu-Gi-Oh episode. Going up to the famous Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan in Black, Dark Magician, or whatever the heck. With a misprint to give it 10,000 attack points. And it's clear that no one has ever actually seen Yu-Gi-Oh before.